Well, good evening, my beloved Beyond the Call of Duty friends and family, and good evening to my EOW family. It's Friday, December 8th, 7 o'clock, and yes, on the right time zone, right fittings and the sittings, and we are in the US of A. I think we should have somebody else, but from a different part of the USA. I figured since last week wasn't enough, we could do this again, but do it in the same state, just different areas.
352 miles apart.
Yeah, and your area is a little bit flooded, I heard. A little bit of water logging going on.
Yeah, it's a little damp. Thankfully, most of the roads are starting to open back up and clean up, but we've been pretty well underwater the last few days, so
Maybe you
all is
guys
good.
could, well, maybe you could really divert and use that water to your advantage and create energy, electricity, more, more grounds for salmon to spawn. I don't know.
Well, thankfully, our place is dry, but and then I'll let our neighbors know that they should maybe leave the water there so the salmon could spawn.
Yeah, or just leave the water there so that we don't go into a drought situation and they could water the plants. Boy, a little bit of a difference in weather. What do you say?
Uh, yes, got off the plane to 45 and drizzling rain and gray. Not that beautiful blue sky and warm weather.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I'm not seeing this green grass, 80-degree weather, blue skies. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Just not seeing that.
Did you guys return to snow or were you still just cold
Uh,
and
well, no.
drizzly?
We've got this morning is. I mean, it's been raining nonstop in Spokane. Today actually was the one day that we've had clean air. But no, I have ice on my steps, and yeah, and it's cold, very cold.
No
Uh,
shorts and flip flops.
yeah, this, yeah. I don't even know if we've got any picture of. Do we even have pictures of me in shorts and flip?
Oh,
Well, there you go. The two of you shorts, and you are in flip flops. Yeah, I don't think I've got any of me. And oh, there
oh,
I am. Yeah, yeah,
yep.
there I am. Yeah,
Shorts and
shorts
flip
and flip.
flops.
Yeah, shorts and flip flop. Yeah, right there. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see those flip flops for probably at least another 3 months, maybe if not more.
Yeah,
I
mine
did see
are.
my mother today.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice. How's she doing?
well, she, I see her for the first time today, and doesn't ask me how I'm doing or anything. She's like, um, your aunt sent some stuff back with you to give me. When is Allison coming? Because I have to cook it for her. Like,
Yes.
okay. Hello, mom. I love you. Did you miss me? When's Allison coming back so I can cook her the food? And
Oh,
then,
she brought me she did the
yeah,
chip things that
yeah,
I don't know how to explain them, but the wonderful, wonderful chip things that I
yeah,
love.
yeah.
So,
But she's excited. She's like, so you got all the spices. You took Allison. She got. I said, yeah, she got all the spices. Good. So we can start teaching her, and we can learn the recipes. Okay, good. Okay,
and
mom.
and I also brought home the ciabatta flour. So I'll be making I might try those tomorrow morning. That might be part of our breakfast tomorrow. So
Poor Jason. I'm glad that we didn't bring any ugali flour for you because that boy is going to start eating ugali the proper way and munching it and then dipping it in the sauce.
well, that'll I might be able to find some around here. I don't know. I'll have to. I'm going to explore the one dish at a time. But I did 2 days ago made him mixed tea.
And
He loved it.
well, now and the our beautiful Daniel Sororo's family, the Masai family, provided enough Maasai clothing that we can. I'd like to see Jason dressed as one of these guys. You've got enough wardrobe there. They gave enough of the blankets to you, so
yes, I have enough. I have enough to clothe quite a few people.
yeah. Well, we had an unfortunate week again. We lost a couple more of our beautiful men, and interesting enough, I wanted to kind of retouch. You heard about the Spokane police officer that shot a shoplifter, and it happened just like a week ago. Good news though, the shoplifter high as a kite on meth, had a shoulder rig with a loaded firearm in there.
No.
Firearm was stolen in 21 from a vehicle burglary. We're hoping that at least hopefully our prosecutors find a real reason to lock this guy up. That's convicted. I believe they said he was a convicted felon as well. So,
well, that should give him the reason right there, having the firearm.
I just would only hope so. But these days things are pretty weird in the society that we live in. So,
I agree, but for everyone's safety, it would make sense that they had to learn a lesson the hard way.
Yeah, exactly. Common sense would prevail. Well, how about we talk about our two beautiful men, Allison, and then dive into some of the other stuff. And I wanted to really have you as our soundboard and explain some of the things that have happened in the last month that we've been gone. You sound like a deal?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, this young man, his name is Paul Tracy, and he's with the Waltham Police Department in Massachusetts. His end of watch was December 6th on Wednesday. He was struck and killed by a suspected drunk driver while he was working a construction detail. The subject was driving east on the Totten Pond Road at 4:15 p.m. When he attempted to make a U-turn, collided with a vehicle. He drove away from the crash, struck the officer and 3 National Grid utility workers about a quarter mile from his initial collision. Subject continued driving where he struck 2 more vehicles and fled on foot, wielding a knife, ultimately stealing a police cruiser. He was apprehended after a brief foot chase. Police officer Tracy and one of the utility workers were killed. Our hearts go out to the utility workers' family as well. And 2 other utility workers were transported to the hospital. Failing to stop for police, negligent operation of a motor vehicle, larceny of a motor vehicle, armed robbery, assault with a dangerous weapon, 2 counts of manslaughter, and leaving the scene of the accident. Tracy had served with the Waltham Police Department for 28 years, is survived by his wife, and who is also a law enforcement officer, and 2 children. Again, we're at the time we're running into Christmas now, and here's not only this beautiful officer, but then the utility grid workers' family, and just because somebody decided they were going to drink and drive.
Senseless.
I just don't get it anymore. This is Deputy Sheriff Paul Martin with the Mercer County Sheriff's Office in North Dakota. His end of watch is also Wednesday, December 6th. He was struck and killed while deploying spike strips in an attempt to stop a stolen vehicle. Authorities were notified of the stolen vehicle from the Sanford Medical Center. When Mercer County deputies located the SUV, the driver fled. A pursuit began 5 miles west of Hazen. The driver crashed into a Mercer County Sheriff's Office patrol vehicle. The impact propelled the patrol vehicle into Deputy Martin, who was deploying stop sticks. The subject was apprehended. Deputy Martin had served with the Mercer County Sheriff's Office for 18 years. He's survived by his wife and 3 children. So, again, just just I think that I just get a loss because look, you're going to get caught. At the end of the day, you may not get caught today or tomorrow, but at the end of the day, but why are we doing stuff that causes so much pain onto other people? And children that are now going to be without fathers and mothers for the rest of their life, and their lives just stop. And again, just senseless acts.
The lack of thoughtfulness for other people.
Yeah.
It's all about how am I going to get away and not be held responsible for X, Y, and Z.
Right.
To cause a family and a community a lifetime of pain.
Yeah, lifetime. And we've been around survivors, we've been around families, and constantly just little things reminding them a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years after the fact. So want to thank some of our sponsors. Bonfire Adventures is one of the companies that really helped us put together our Africa trip and set up all of the stuff that we did in Africa, and just really worked with us on pricing, making sure that they understood that this was a charity organization, and that what we were doing was not vacation, but we had an actual purpose at the end that we'll talk about a little bit more. I want to really, again, thank Mash Auto out of Nairobi. They're based in Nairobi, Mombasa, and Thika. And we want to thank them for providing the vehicles that we used in Nairobi and Mombasa, and also the drivers, and at no cost to us at all. So really thank them for that. Trailer Boss, I want to thank them for their continued support of what we do. They continue taking care of our memorials, and Nick is amazing, and just we really thank them, because this is what keeps our memorials on the road and what keeps our memorials around the nation. They're located in Spokane, in Olympia, and in Tri-Cities. Look them up. Lone Wolf Harley, Greg and Holly, can't thank them enough. They're forgot to tell you, we're actually in the middle of deciding whether or not to get the brand new Road Glide Police Edition as the giveaway bike for next year. So that's where we're at. And again, this is all because of Greg and Holly with Lone Wolf Harley dealership. Out of their hearts and their pockets, they continue to support and provide a bike giveaway every year to departments that have had a loss. And as long as that condition of that bike is utilized for that department and kept in the department for a minimum of 3 years, and talked about the officer that they're representing, they have a chance to win that bike. The departments need to just put a letter in explaining why that department should be receiving the beautiful bike. As always, be on the call of duty, and we'll outfit the bikes and get them all loaded correctly with the light sequence and all the stuff that they need. I want to thank Yokes for their continued support of us. The holidays are coming, so get out there and utilize Yokes. In fact, I'm buying a roast, ordering my roast from them for Christmas. So go out and spend a little money, and all their food is awesome and fresh. Michael D's, which Allison absolutely loves, and they're open only for breakfast and brunch, based out of Coeur d'Alene, and they have been a huge supporter of us and continue supporting us.
Absolutely amazing food. And I'm not a breakfast person, and
No.
I love their food.
Yeah.
I love their breakfast.
Exactly. Phoenix Protective Corporation, again, is our diamond sponsor, based out of Spokane, Washington. And without them, this whole journey would not be surviving, and we thank them immensely. This is a vehicle that they own up in Alaska, and that's not photoshopped. That's actually somewhere up in Alaska. I want to thank Bud Clary for their continued support, and really thank them for everything they've done, and keep on donating. Jewelry Design Center, same thing. Advanced Digital, Greg gives all of his time and energy in making sure that the wraps are done correctly, and we thank him immensely. Can't thank 1350. They've helped us out throughout the years, and they continue to help us. So holiday seasons are here, so go out there and spend a little bit of money and buy some real good spirits. I got to learn from Jen on how to do yoga, because I don't understand how these people, they are able to bend and move, and wow. I want to thank her and the continued support that she has for us, and we love her immensely.
Wow. I think Jen might have to do a class with all of us.
Oh my God. Yeah, maybe like 4 weeks in advance before we leave. We're on the road again, sis. June 1.
Yeah.
And it's coming around pretty fast.
It's coming up very quickly. We're darn near the end of the year. Yep. And we'll start getting all the confirmations done. And as soon as we've got that here towards the end of right at the beginning of the year, we'll start routing our map and figuring out how long we're going to be on the road this year.
Well, we're covering 2 years in 1 year, so we'll be honoring the officers that died in line of duty in 2023 and 2022.
Correct.
So, yeah.
It's going to be a tough year, but
It is.
Lots of amazing families and departments that I've already spoken with and have reached out and are looking forward to our visit. So there's a lot of support out there for us to help support these families and to show our love and honor these families. So it's going to be a good year again.
Our online sales, our online page is going to be ready and up and running in January, and that's actually going to be managed by Shelly, and she's going to be joining our team January 1, and that's all she's going to be doing, and that's going to be exciting because we're going to have new product on there. She's going to help get some new product, and then just managing it, which has been a heartache on our end.
Yeah, that's a lot that goes into that. It's not just, load pictures and let it go. It takes a lot to manage all the orders and get them properly shipped out and on time and get these items out to people to help represent Beyond the Call of Duty. So that'll be a great addition.
Should we talk about the presidency opening a little bit? Why not?
Sure.
Okay, so Beyond the Call of Duty has an opening that's available for choosing or picking, and that's the president's seat. We've had a president sitting for 4 years, and we've internally all talked about it, and I think we should reach out and swap and get some new blood. This will be the first time it'll be a paid position in the whole organization. So anyone interested, send a letter of interest, send a resume. Tell us why you think you should be considered. There's a lot of work that goes into it and a lot of expectations. Since it's going to be a paid position, we're going to have a lot of expectations. And but just, it's paid.
Hopefully there's some great candidates out there with the experience and the willingness to put the time in, especially with it being paid, that will be able to be vested in this and move forward and help us move forward and help honor these families. So
exactly,
it's going to be a busy beginning of the year.
It's going to be very busy. So we took some survivors to Kenya
and Uganda
and
maybe a little Tanzania.
Yeah. One of the things I've heard from a couple of people, well, that must have been a nice vacation.
Oh, I don't know that vacation would accurately describe the last few weeks,
Yeah,
but it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But we, as you know, as we both do, no matter where we are or what we're doing, we're always talking about Beyond the Call of Duty and reaching out to anyone who uh, wants to help and sending sponsor packets at the end of the day and getting information out there. So
yeah,
met a lot of amazing people in the last few weeks who, whether or not they knew you ahead of time, were just so incredibly helpful and willing to treat these survivors as they should be treated
yeah.
and respect them and get to know them, which is a huge part. Not just, oh, well, you're here on vacation and here's your tour, kind of
Right,
thing. Or
right,
here's your
right.
activity. Uh, Everyone that we came across or that was involved in everything um, truly wanted to get to know them and
Yeah.
ask them their stories and talked with them endlessly. So um,
There was a young lady that I didn't, and I'm not going to mention her, but she was so moved by Amy and the fact that Amy took the time to explain her loss.
mhm.
Not only Will, but the fact that Amy has lost four children. And nobody knew this, and I found out after the fact. But this young lady has kept it very quiet, but she also had a miscarriage
Mhm.
and couldn't quite understand how to, because again, cultural in the cultural world that we were in, it's a very quiet world, and we don't have counselors or grief counselors. We don't have any of that in that third world situation. And so she wanted to just really express how grateful she was and and how that's now helping her heal as well. So that was
Yeah,
amazing.
it was amazing that the two could come together and have that real conversation, and Amy be a sounding board to that
Yeah,
and tell her story and be there to listen
yeah,
um, and understand. Unfortunately, they've been in the same boat,
yeah.
and sometimes it just having that, being able to have that conversation that someone understands is relief in itself. So
One of the questions I was asked and have been asked so far is, well, did Beyond the Call of Duty pay for everyone's trip? And the answer is very candidly no. We only pay for the survivors. Myself, Allison, some of the other people, we paid our own way to go there and paid our own way to stay and also go on the safaris. Um, on the safari end, we really, really worked with the provider explaining what the ultimate goal is, what we're trying to do, and so we got some fantastic deals that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to do those safaris. There's just no way cost wise, and so we got some really, 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 really good breaks and cost effective breaks that has helped us get through and do those safaris. What do
and
you think, though? We I asked you last time as a third person looking into the glass building that we have, healing wise.
I think tremendous
Yeah,
amounts. It's I don't have the words to explain the beauty that it is looking over the land, whether we were in the grass or in the forest with the gorillas, if whether there was animals out in sight. I have more pictures of Mount Kilimanjaro than anything else, I think.
I noticed
In
you've
just
got
the
your.
views.
I noticed you've got your stick behind you.
Oh, I do. I had almost forgotten about that stick. And it's got gorillas on it too.
Yes, it
It's the
does.
gorilla stick from
Yeah.
Uganda.
Yep.
Yeah, I was so focused on the ones from Daniel's family that I had almost forgotten about that one.
Well, I think
But
next Friday I'm gonna have you um, probably talk to Mike and see if we can get Mike to talk to us about what his thought was and how the trip has helped him, and maybe get some insight on how it's helped Amy.
yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think um, he definitely, I know, has some definite opinions on the trip and how it went, and um, him and Amy, I think, have some positive things to say.
Yeah. Well. Well, I can't wait for June 1 to get here. Can't wait to meet some of our family that we've made over the last 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
across this nation, and meet them again, and hopefully have a whole team ready to go.
Yeah, and we're I know it's going to be pretty busy. Unfortunately, we're visiting a lot of departments that we have been to in the past. Um, but as always, I look forward to seeing our contacts and our officers and our past families, um, and also look forward to being able to honor our new families. Unfortunately, they're part of that club no one wants to be in, but looking forward to being able to honor them and give some hugs and spend some time. It's been kind of an odd year not seeing any of our families.
As,
It
as
was a little different being off and realizing that people we'd seen every year for the last 3 years we didn't see this year. So looking forward to seeing all our families across the country again, and then unfortunately welcoming in new families.
well, let's hit the comments real quick and see what we got. And let's see. There's Nick. Thank you. And yeah, we're in time for some snow. That's Nick with Trailer Boss. And again, thank you so much. Eddie, thanks a lot. Loving you. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Happy belated birthday, Eddie.
Alejandro, good evening, buddy. Good evening. And thanks for that tip that you gave us, which I think next Friday we're going to be um, putting a special deal together for that. And so thank you. Thanks, Sandy. Thank you so much. I hope it was an adventure for everybody, but more so, I think one of our goals was to build new memories and allow some healing for the soul and the heart, and provide that ability to have a brand new memory, brand new adventure for the families. And I think that's what's working and what's helping.
Also, Sandy, I know JC as well, or lots of love going out to the core family here this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was texting back and forth, and got some really good news, and so our hearts and prayers are out to the core family. Alejandro, with so many in this world with no remorse, which is yes, you are absolutely correct. Patty Cox, good evening. Thanks, Bob. Thank you so much. Evening, Linda. Love you. You're getting into, she's going to be getting into some serious snow here soon. So be careful out there and definitely stay warm. Joel, good evening, buddy. Yeah, you're going to have to sit down with Allison Alejandro and get the full scoop, and she's got a lot more. In fact, I think you're going to put more pictures up, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking at doing a kind of a slideshow per se, for some of the folks here that I know locally are very interested to see more than just a few pictures at a time. So I'm looking at throwing together a slideshow and kind
Why
of
don't
have
you?
a viewing
Yeah,
party.
yeah. Why don't you actually build like 3 or 4 of the slideshows, and then we'll just put them on as our openings for the next few Fridays.
Yeah, some short ones.
Short
Short
ones, yeah. Yeah. Patty says, glad you had the opportunity to go to Africa and Uganda. Yep. Thanks, Patty. Amy says that conversation meant so much to me. She knows what we're talking about.
Miss you, Amy, and a little
Right.
bit of Mike.
Mr. Richards, we are getting ready to have you come and help us again. So
Yeah,
you
looking
be
forward
ready.
to seeing you, Richard.
Daryl, can't wait to see you soon. We're getting ready to do that as well. Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to next Friday. We're putting something together, and we're actually going to see if we can get his brother on as well and talk about him. So sorry about that, Linda. And again, here we go. It's every year. It does not get easier, and if only we could take that pain away and stuff. And please reach out to us or reach out to even Allison and this next year if you'd like to come with us on the road for a few days or a week or two. Please feel free to, and we'll make sure we arrange that. Yeah. We'll be coming, unfortunately, John, and your department's been just truly just being hit hard, and again, unfortunately, we'll be coming over. So thank you, and thanks for welcoming us to your city and department. And there's Amy saying we miss you. And there's Richard saying he's ready. Well, you better be, buddy.
Yeah, we need our truck driver.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're blessed, and we, if we could take the pain away, we would. So there's Daniel. Daniel, love you, brother, and hope your days are good, and hope your new adventure is good. Make sure you send pictures to us.
Absolutely, Daniel. We'll definitely be following and watching your next adventures coming up. You take the most amazing photos and have some incredible experiences. So we're looking forward to seeing more till we see you again.
Yeah. Yeah, get the information on the page and permission. If we can post it, we will definitely post it. So, well, there you go. Another Friday night. What do you want to end this Friday night with? I usually end it with no texting and driving. Let's watch out for those first responders. Slow down, move over, or just stop. More importantly, if you see first responders, especially the holiday seasons, these sheepdogs are working on the weekends, working at night while we are comfortably in our houses, and they've left their families. They're out there doing what sheepdogs do best, and guarding the flock. So, thank them. Wish them a Merry Christmas. Wish them happy holidays. Give them some love. It doesn't cost anything. ask them if you can hug them, reach out. So on our end, share your love with us, share whatever you'd like to. If you have extra miles that you want to dump it on us and we'll give it to a family member. Please look out for more sponsors. I think that's what we struggle with the most. And, just sponsorship is what allows us to continue. It costs us $300,000 just to go around the nation, let alone the other stuff that we do. So get us some sponsors. I think if we got 1,000 people that got us 1,000 sponsors, that'd be pretty amazing. So what else, sis? What else you want to say?
Be aware out there of what's going on, and especially now knowing the traffic in other parts of the world. Have some patience while you're doing your holiday shopping and on the freeway or headed to work, wherever it may be. Have a little bit of patience. Holidays are rough for some people, and there might be some drivers out there who are a little distracted with their own thoughts, and just have a little patience with people
Right.
through the holidays. You don't know what's going on with anyone right now. So, and hopefully spend some time with your loved ones and your community or your friends, your family, whoever that may be. So, it's the beginning of the season to get together.
Yeah. Well, everyone out there, we'll see you next Friday. Probably have some good stuff lined up. We love you. I know Allison and I speak for both of us, but we definitely love you guys. And
see you next week.
Love you all. See you next week.